Hey everybody, Rich Lang outside the bunker at home enjoying a nice evening. It is Tuesday, July 28th, 2020, and this is your new and improved tip of the week. And on Tuesdays, remember, we're going to be doing a prepping tip, and on Thursday, we're going to do a range tip. So since today is Tuesday, here is your prepping tip. Hurricanes, tornadoes, and flooding prep. Why hurricanes, tornado, and flooding prep? Well, the reason being is we are into the second month of the Atlantic hurricane season, and we just had the first hurricane to make landfall in the United States. The hurricane was Hannah, and it made landfall on Padre Island, Texas. So what a perfect time to bring up a few things to make you, even if you don't live in a hurricane area, to get ready for hurricane season if you aren't already. Hopefully you already are. NOAA has predicted a 60% chance for a above average year, a 30% chance for a normal year, and a 10% chance for a below average year for hurricanes for this year. But here's the thing. We want to be prepared. We want to get set long before things start to happen. And from what I understand, there's another tropical storm, Isaiah maybe, already forming and heading toward the mid-Atlantic right now. So it's just a tropical storm right now, but these are going to keep coming, and who knows where they're going to end up. But anyhow, tip of the week, now is the time to get your board up supplies. Make sure you have them. If you think you have them, find them, get them set, make sure they're still good, charge the batteries in your battery-operated drills, screwdrivers and stuff like that, so you can actually attach them to your home, or if you have storm shutters, or either be folded or rolled on, even better. Double check your stockpiles of food, water, medicine, and anything you're going to keep around. Make sure, if you have a generator, that it works. Make sure you have enough fuel for it if it isn't direct line to natural gas or whatever. If they get really bad and you're not going to stick around, which you really shouldn't, now's the time to plan your evacuation routes. Okay? Have several of them and be prepared to get out ahead of time. We've all seen the horror pictures of just cars just all headed one way in the highway, and nobody heading the other way on the highway, and they are just stuck. Also, now's the time to identify your escape locations. Where are you going to go? How far? And you're not going to make reservations or anything right now, but what you are going to do is get an idea and get them set in your phone. If the tornado goes this way, goes that way, skips around, that you know where you're going to go. You know better than I do how these tornadoes, and not tornadoes, but hurricanes react. Also, you want to identify an out-of-state contact. In case your family's split up and you're all leaving from different locations, or they're in other parts of the state that you can coordinate all getting together and hunkering down together. Have an out-of-state contact. If you live in Texas, maybe you know somebody in Illinois or Florida or whatever. Get these contacts set up now. Tell them what's going on. Tell them why you're calling them. It just makes perfect sense. All right. So, you don't live in a hurricane-prone area. Maybe you have family do. Maybe you're recently graduated from high school. Daughter is now going to the University of Texas or the University of Florida. Do they know what to do? I'm sure the schools are going to help them out, but you might want to just go over some hurricane prep stuff with them. You want to keep aware of the weather because you know where they're going to be. Maybe you'll want to get them out of there ahead of time. That's totally up to you. That's your family member. But think about that. Think outside the box. You may live in Illinois, you may live in Minnesota, and you don't worry about it. But maybe you should worry about it, because not only might you have family members down there, but if you live close enough, and that's why you might be asking right now, Rich, seriously, why add tornado prep and flooding prep to a hurricane checklist and stuff like that? Reason being is hurricanes, if you ever notice, all the way along the edges as they move, spawn a lot of tornadoes. And whereas you can pretty much predict where the hurricane's going once it makes landfall, or once it gets close, these tornadoes come out of nowhere, and they cause more death and destruction because people aren't prepared for those. They're in the evacuation routes, or they're in areas where people have evacuated to. Also, the flooding. Hurricanes and tropical storms dump feet of water at times. And if you're in low-lying areas, if you're by areas where there's rivers and streams and stuff like that, you can get caught up in that. That could affect your escape route also if you don't leave in time. So even though the hurricane strength winds may not get you, you may be in areas where there's tornadoes and torrential downpours, and we've seen this in a lot of the major hurricanes, that once the hurricane downgrades as it goes up into the nation, it dumps a lot of water in a lot of places, and a lot of people have died from the lightning and from the tornado destruction and the flooding. So don't forget that. So since you're not along the coast, you may still be affected by hurricanes and tornadoes, and obviously flooding, so you need to be prepared. So what I want you to do is, we have several videos that we've made in the past that you can check out. We've got hurricane prep. This was made right around the time of Dorian. There is another one, flooding prep. It's a great video to check out about flooding, tornado prep, what to do, get ready for tornadoes. And then one other one I want to suggest that you guys take a look at is getting home safely, gathering the clan. It kind of talks about everybody being separated, and it kind of talks about the last week's tip of the week, where we talked about marking your gear with, I have red tags and orange tags and green tags. But that's it. That is your prepping tip of the week. It is hurricane season, and be prepared for hurricanes, tornadoes, and heavy flooding in certain areas. So thank you very much. Thanks you for watching, and we appreciate all our 1,000+ subscribers. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I am. 1,000+ subscribers. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. But as we always end our videos, be aware of your surroundings. No matter where you're at work, home, play, vacation, keep your eye to the sky and to a NOAA weather radio if need be, and definitely some kind of weather app on your phone. Also, make sure you have supplies for at least 72 hours, and those you can take with you if you've got to go someplace, but have at least a month worth of supplies at home. So if you do have a home to come to, or if you're going to hunker down, you don't have to go out and be affected by the rains and the winds and down power lines and stuff like that. And prep like your life depends on it, because in cases like this with weather, your life does depend on how well you've prepped and how well you've prepared. Thanks a lot. See you Thursday.